Hi there, I'm Gianna from Family Fun Twin Cities, and this is the Let's Go Do Fun Stuff show. Family Fun Twin Cities has made it our mission to connect families with the fun things to do around the Twin Cities, and the Let's Go Do Fun Stuff show is helping us with that. If you like what we have on this show, please subscribe, like, and share. We would really appreciate it. If you are new to Minnesota, there is a chance you may not have heard of the great Halloween blizzard of '91. Let me tell you, I was 14 years old and I lived 3 hours away from the Twin Cities. And we went trick-or-treating and then we went home and got snowed in. Meanwhile, the Twin Cities got dumped on, incredibly so. So what I'm trying to say is, in October, we really never know what kind of weather we're going to get in Minnesota. So what I want to mention to you is, while the weather is beautiful, I think we need to get outside as much as possible. Okay, so I tell my kids every day, especially the boys, the girls not so much. One of them doesn't even live with us anymore, she's in college, and the other one is in the theater and super busy with rehearsals. But I do tell the boys, you need to get outside. Today could be the last great day. Then the next day comes. You need to get outside because today could be the last day of all this nice weather. Then the next day comes. You need to get outside because this could be the last day of great weather. Because you just never know in Minnesota. You never know. We have an article on our site that talks about all the things to do in October, and we have sorted it out by age for you. So go take a look if you have babies, or go take a look if you have toddlers and preschoolers, or school-agers, or teens and tweens. Did you know that Minnesota has 6 national parks? We're using the word park kind of loosely, but we have 6 national spaces. Though they technically are really parks. They just are. It's just defined by the government, a national park is a certain thing, and then these other national places are not national parks. But let me tell you what they are. Grand Portage has a monument that's way up by Canada. Pipestone has a monument, which is southwest in Minnesota. We have a scenic riverway, I think is what it's called, St. Croix Falls River, St. Croix River, and also a national recreation area in Riverway or something, and that's Mississippi. So it goes through St. Paul and Minneapolis, though it hits Minneapolis first. Man, I'm having a great time with this. And then the last one is the Scenic Trail, which is the Lake Superior hiking trail, the Superior hiking trail, I believe. Or if it's not that, it's right there next to it and might be an offshoot, but I think it's the same thing. But so what I wanted to tell you, in these beautiful October days, we have some national spaces outside that we can enjoy right here in the Twin Cities. One of them is the Mississippi, and one of them is the St. Croix River. The Mississippi actually has a national center, and you can find that in the Science Museum in St. Paul. It's actually really good. Our daughter Maya, once we got a picture with her with Teddy Roosevelt. Obviously, it's not the real Teddy Roosevelt. He's dead. But an actor portraying Teddy Roosevelt. And it was really fun. They don't always do that. And I don't actually know why it was like that day. But it was really fun. And there's a lot to do in that little tiny space that they have carved out for the Mississippi National Riverway and Recreation Area. Hope I got that right. I might not have. But you know what I'm talking about. And actually, that is free. It's in the Science Museum, but it's in there before you go in to buy your tickets. So go all the way in and go to your right. And then the tickets are straight ahead and kind of to your left. Something I wanted to bring your attention to, especially in October and then going into the holidays, is eating out. I love to eat out. I think eating out is spectacular. It's also extremely expensive and we can't afford it. Once in a while maybe, but not all the time. But what I wanted to say is, let me bring this to your attention, because there are some great alternatives in the Twin Cities for you, so that you don't have to make a home cooked meal, but you don't have to go to the restaurant, that you can take away. That's what they call it in the UK, is takeaway. We call it take out, they say take away. They both make sense. It's both English. Anyway, when we were in Scotland, I did a couple things before we left for our trip, so that when we got back we would maybe be able to like be fairly immobile because we would be so tired. So I went to Let's Dish. Now this is not sponsored in any way by Let's Dish, but I really liked it, and I really thought it was a really good, more affordable option from takeout. You still have to throw it in the oven or throw it on the pot and cook it, but you don't have to figure it out. You don't have to get the ingredients. All you have to do is go pick up the frozen meals, bring them home, throw them in your freezer, and then pull them out when you're ready to use them. But other than that, that is my favorite. But other than that, did I say other than that enough yet? There is other options. You can take out from many Denny's. You can take out from some Chili's. You know, Applebee's has curbside to go. There's some other ones I can't think of off the top of my head, but there's options out there. And so we have created an article all for you to look those up. And there's a whole bunch of national chains and there's a whole bunch of local chains. Really, actually, it's mostly national chains, but I think there's a few like Fogo de Chao, which Fogo de Chao is a Minneapolis restaurant. I will give you that. Fogo de Chao is expensive in the restaurant and outside the restaurant, but it's an option, and if you want to try it, it's there. I don't know, Brazilian food at home kind of sounds nice. We want to thank Valley Fair for being our featured partner this week. It's time for Valley Fair's tricks and treats during select dates, now through October 29th. It's a gotta be there Halloween event packed with fun and family-friendly eeriness. From little goblins to grown-up ghouls, everyone will find ghastly great things to do for Halloween. Plus, they've got skeletons of delicious seasonal treats, drinks, and of course, candy. If that's not fantastic enough, their most popular rides are open during this Halloween event to deliver the amazing thrills and chills found only at Valley Fair. Whether or not you're ready to hear this, it is MEA week next week. Now, I have always taken MEA for granted because I am a Minnesota kid, born and bred and still living here. My husband is from Wisconsin, and he's not even from nearby Wisconsin. He's from like deep Wisconsin. He's like south central, 40 minutes from the Illinois border. He's Wisconsin. He's nowhere near Minnesota like Hudson or Osceola or other ones. And so when he came to Minnesota to go to college, he was an education major, which meant he learned Minnesota education calendar things, right? And he was so confused. His first question was, why do you have to wait till after Labor Day to have school start? And I'm like, well, of course, it's the state fair. Of course it is. The second question was, what in the world is MEA? And I'm like, well, it stands for Minnesota Education Association or Educators Association or something. He's like, okay. And I go, we don't really know what it is. We know that teachers can take classes, but generally they don't. And so really, it's fall break. We just call it MEA because that is a Minnesota tradition, MEA. Now, Do I want to belittle the fact that MEA has actually a conference? No, I think it's great that they have ways for teachers to get continuing education credits. Not that. But for the rest of us who aren't teachers, and for many teachers, it is fall break. And I'm so grateful for it. We have got some ideas for you for this upcoming MEA break. Have fun perusing our MEA guide because there will be some great options on there for you. You can check out our Family Fun Calendar and our Weekend Family Fun Guide for more information. And also, here are our weekend's top 3. In Minneapolis, on Saturday, is Mill City Kids Day at the market. The second Saturday of each month is Kids Day at Mill City Farmers Market. It's open from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. At 9 and 9:45, there will be stories from a Guthrie Theater artist named Allie St. John, and the POP program is offered. What is POP, you say? Kids can sample the vegetable of the month to earn a $2 market token to spend on produce of their choice. Leaf Fest and Artist Iron Pour is happening at Caponi Art Park in Eagan on Saturday as well, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. You could do both. This is a seasonal celebration of all things fall. Pop on your favorite hoodie and join Caponi Art Park for the changing colors of the forest and all the fun that comes with it, like the annual leaf pile. Enjoy arts and crafts activities, make your own sweet treats, and a whole bunch more while spending time in the urban oasis of Caponi Art Park. And then finally, on Saturday, as well as on Sunday, Highland Park Water Tower in St. Paul is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. to view all the fall colors. The water tower is open only twice a year, so don't miss your chance to climb to the top. All of these events are free. It's a great weekend. All the links you need for more information are available in the didgeridoo. Wait, isn't that an instrument? Remember this. No matter what, whether you decide to go do fun stuff or not, you are a great parent, and you're the best parent that your kids could ever have.